And welcome back to Tight Sports. Welcome back to Tight Sports. First off, we're going to get into Johnny Olden, Michigan fan. He's just sick and tired of some of you. I've never commented on his post, but apparently some of you have. Let's listen to what he has to say about Alabama fans.
I really wasn't planning on going live. I'm just so tired of these Bama fans. I am sick of y'all. If this is a Bama fan watching, I'm tired of y'all. Tired of y'all. But yeah, I'm tired of the Bama fans. Merry Christmas to everyone, of course. But yeah, I'm just tired of these Bama fans. Like, I had somebody, what do you say? You a Bama fan? What up, bro? Yeah, he said, this is all good and well. Michigan will probably lose. Michigan's going to lose by four touchdowns. And I get it, the cockiness of Bama having so many championships. But and you know I'm not a Vegas guy, but there's a reason the line is so close. Because Bama hasn't really blown out good teams they've played. You know what I'm saying? So let's just look at it. Let's just look at what Bama did this year a little bit. They lost to Texas. They beat South Florida 17-3. Ole Miss 24-10. Mississippi State 40-17. Okay, that's a big time score, I guess you could say. Texas A&M 26-20. Arkansas 24-21. Tennessee 34-20. Got you. LSU 42-28. Got you. Kentucky 49-21. Okay, that's a good blowout. Auburn 27-24. Georgia 27-24. Only good team that they've blown out is Kentucky. Was Kentucky that good this year? 7-5. Not really. So appreciate James Cooper with the 999 super chat. Johnny Olden, the GOAT Michigan channel. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, bro. But where's the blowout fashion? Who have you blown out that's a good team?
There's a blowout for you, Johnny. Just blew out my colon for you. I just want to remind everybody that in 1992, Alabama almost lost to Southern Miss 17-10. We beat La Tech 13-0. Just to end up at the end of that season monkey stomping the Hurricanes 34-13 to win the national championship. And we only beat Florida by 7 in Birmingham. That's that transitive property thing going crazy. You can't compare these games. This team is different. This team is on another level. But you want to blow out? We'll try to oblige you there, Johnny.
So I'm just getting I'm ready for the game, honestly. But I'm getting tired of the cockiness like this is a team, like this is the 2021 LSU. Like this is LSU with Joe Burrow or something. These Bama fans are cocky like that. You ain't blew out anybody that was good. And this isn't me being a homer or hating. I'm looking at the schedule. I'm looking for it. Is Middle Tennessee supposed to be great? 56-7? Mississippi State? 40-17? What's Mississippi State? Let's look at it. 5-7. I'm looking. Chattanooga, there's the blowout, 66-10. You did it. So you ain't blew out any good teams. You might have won by 14. That's not a blowout. 14, 13. It's just not there. So the cockiness of these Bama fans acting like they're LSU with Joe Burrow, like they're unstoppable. What are you talking about? Where? You've been watching your team the whole year. Now all of a sudden y'all done made the playoff, hoping and wishing, might I say, the same way I used to talk about Ohio State last year, hoping and wishing. Oh, please. Same thing going for y'all this year. Y'all cocky now that you got in, but when those rankings were coming out, you were, come on, please, come on. Like, give me a break. Al Turkey said, yo, do you think Penn State, Ohio State has a better defense than Bama, or at least interior defense? Bama's interior defense hasn't been that good. The thing about the difference between their defenses and Bama's defense, of course, they've got more talent. You know, they've got more talent. But like Bama can get away with rushing 3 a lot. So like if you're in a true pass situation, Bama can rush 3 and drop 8. So that's the big difference. So you can catch them in a passing down and they'll be rushing 3, and you could sneak a draw, or you could sneak a QB sneak because they're only rushing three rushers. Those 3 rushers can get pressure, but it creates an advantage because you can drop 8 guys into coverage. You get what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, and what you're saying is completely asinine. What has J.J. McCarthy done that anyone needs to drop 8 on him? But if you can get pressure with 3, what? Where are you getting this from? Come on, man. Come on, man. Where are you getting this stuff from? We can rush 3 and drop 8, but you can hit them with a. I guarantee you, if Alabama can truly rush 3 and drop 8, and you run a draw, you're probably going to get somebody hurt. So cut it out. I don't know where you get this stuff. Stop making stuff up.
To answer your question, Ohio State's, yes, I believe it is better than Ohio State's, honestly. Penn State's, it might be comparable to Penn State's, honestly.
So if our defense is supposed to be better than Penn State's, who you beat by 9, and definitely better than Ohio State that you beat by 6, wait, what? Where are you going with this? Oh, I guess you've calmed down now that you've been live for a little bit, and maybe like reason is starting to set in on you. As you may or may not know, I just recently dropped my 100th video. And to commemorate the moment, my kids bestowed upon me a wonderful honor. YouTube doesn't care that I have 100 garbage videos, but my kids do. So they made me this awesome gift. They made me this awesome plaque, for lack of a better phrase, to commemorate the moment. And if you would, I'm gonna put it up here. If you would, we, you know, I know a lot of you guys are busy, but if you could, please subscribe to this channel, because we want to eventually replace this with something. There's nothing better than this, but if you could, please like and subscribe to this channel. We really, really need this, please. This, I gotta talk to that boy about that. Yeah, we did it. I'm sure you're familiar with the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So this bowl season, I'll let old Buckeye Vinnie give you a brief history lesson about Nick Saban against the Big Ten.
What Nick Saban's record against the Big Ten since he's been the head coach for the Alabama Crimson Tide for 17 years. And my friends, for me, when I found out and researched his record versus the Big Ten, it didn't surprise me. It's a phenomenal record. And if I was Michigan, I possibly would be a little worried. Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide versus Big Ten opponents in Nick Saban's 17 seasons as the head coach for Alabama, 8 wins and 1 loss against Big Ten opponents. My friends, a phenomenal record. You know, there's just some coaches that just have the knack to dominate certain conferences, and without a doubt, Nick Saban has that knack to dominate the Big Ten conference, as the stats show. Nick Saban, once again, 8-1 versus Big Ten opponents. And my friends, you know, when you stop and look at it, you know, we're talking about Nick Saban here. He's given 1 month to prepare for the Michigan Wolverines. You know, what more can you say? This has been a very, very good season for Alabama, managing to sneak into the number 4th spot in the college football playoffs pairings with a 12-1 record. We're talking about Nick Saban and Alabama that right now has a 11-game win streak. And, you know, right now we're talking about an Alabama Crimson Tide that's playing with a lot of confidence. Jalen Milroe, he's turned a lot of eyes this season. He's been doing a phenomenal job as the QB1 for Alabama. And when you look at Alabama and the Crimson Tide, you know, we're talking about a team that peaked at the right time. They truly have. We're talking about a very, very good offense that in the last 5-6 games been averaging 36 points a game. We're talking about a defense that has done a very good job in the last 5 to 6 games. So, my friends, this is going to be an interesting game. Once again, I felt that I had to do a video about Nick Saban and his overall career record as the Alabama Crimson Tide head coach. Once again, 8 wins and only 1 loss versus the Big Ten.
Shout out to you, Cardale Jones, wherever you may be. Thank you, Vinny, for that history lesson, looking over the records of Alabama versus the Big Ten under the direction of the legend, Coach Nick Sabin. Now we move over to Colin's show, and I wanted to just hear something from Bruce Feldman. Unfortunately, we also have to hear Colin's voice as well. But he goes to that betting line again. Here they go.
Well, I definitely think they're vulnerable, but the thing to keep in mind, and I talked to all these coaches who played both teams, this point spread is saying Michigan still. And everybody else is saying, oh, yeah, it's like they talk about it like Alabama should be a 10-point favorite. I think a lot of that has to do with the last impression. They saw them at their best against Georgia. And look, they match up better against Georgia than most teams because that's the same, basically tree that Nick Saban and Kirby Smart are tied to.
And Georgia was banged up a little.
They were, and I thought you saw this is the best their offensive line for Alabama had played. But the other side of it, Michigan, you have J.J. McCarthy look really good in the beginning of the year. He was banged up from the Penn State game on. And I think you saw them play the best defenses, best ranked defenses in the country, whether it was Penn State #1, then Iowa in the Big Ten title game. Certainly Ohio State has a good defense. So I think a lot of that kind of factored into it. What people probably didn't watch, they may have seen the Georgia game for Alabama. They probably didn't watch the week before when Auburn ran for 250 yards and had them on the ropes.
Should have won.
Should have won that game, right? And so I definitely think this is a talented and really deep Michigan team. They're really good. I don't know if they have any big stars. Blake Corum is a terrific running guy.
They're not going to beat you over the top much.
And they're not, they really don't even try. Now, Colston Loveland is a weapon. He is a tight end mismatch problem. Roman Wilson's a really good receiver. But on the other side of the ball, on the other side of the field, it's not like you have a really dynamic quarterback, but there's no Devontae Smith or anything close to that at Alabama. There's no Derrick Henry or Mark Ingram on this Alabama team. They're really riding with, Tommy Reese, the offense coordinator, has done a really good job with Jalen Milroe, highlighting what he does and pulling back the things he doesn't do well. I mean, this is going to be an in-the-trenches game, though.
I get so sick and tired of people telling me we don't have Heisman Trophy winners on our team. I'm not a fan of the Heisman Trophy because sometimes it takes away from the team concept. But legendary players like Devontae Smith and Derrick Henry, they just don't grow on trees. I'm happy to report that all 3 planes have landed safely and the Crimson Tide is on the ground in California and they're ready to bang in the trenches, in the parking lot, on the hill. Wherever you want to play, wherever Michigan want to square up, let's just do it. So I just want to see this game. They saying J.J. McCarthy's either hurt or he just played poorly against a backloaded schedule. And I know they are missing a guard who broke his fibia and his tibia. I don't know how long he's been out, but I think his name is Zach Zinter. He has surgery, so he will not be playing in this game. He was injured and had surgery on November 25th. So what does that do to their offense? That has to have an impact because, as we know from the Texas game, offensive lines have to gel. But that's all I have for now. And until next time, always remember, roll, tide, roll.